Hello. I'm going to be using my Halloween tarot deck since it's, already around that time of year. All right. I want to go ahead and start with some Instagram messages about questions they would like answered. All right. So, Bossman20098 wants to know, will they get on medication by the end of the month through a crystal ball reading? And their second question is, will they get a new job soon? All right. When it comes to the first question, getting medication by the end of the month, I definitely heard a big yes. Will you be getting a new job soon? I definitely can say I see you still searching. So, I wouldn't say soon. And that's it for our Instagram questions. Hi, Destiny. From Etsy, awesome. What energy am I getting from your supposed friend Sharon? All right. What energy is coming from Sharon? All right, the Knight of Imps. I don't use this deck often enough. So let's see. All right. I'm getting well-intentioned. Though sometimes not um unreliable. So when will ARP end? No contact. Ace of Pumpkins. And I also had the Sun card underneath. So I'm definitely seeing that they will end no contact, but trying to look. Yeah, because I see this card is similar as Ace of Pentacles. Very soon. Ace of Pumpkins, very soon. I hear that, Destiny. It's always good to protect yourself. I'm still here. Can you hear me? You think it's on mute? It is very quiet. The music I was playing. You feel Heather is a karmic MIL. How should you approach the things she's done to me on my journey of healing? What do you mean by MIL? For you, Angel, it was they will end contact very soon. You had the Ace of Pumpkins pop up. Oh, okay, because I googled it, and that's all I saw. Mother-in-law. Okay, you're not married, but she will eventually be your mother-in-law if you marry your partner. You feel they are karmic. How should you approach the things she's done to you on your journey of healing? All right. I definitely see that you and your partner should be mature. And almost in the way, like, if you went to school or something, you stay in that degree. You're not goofing off. I also have the 10 of pumpkins underneath the card. I see that you guys should even have children. So, act mature with what you studied in is a big one. Be be mature, and I see that you guys would benefit from having kids too. Do you see us having a healthy and happy relationship if we try again? Would it end in a happy marriage? All right. And angel spirit love. What does ARP stand for? Yeah, I don't know why the audio is whack-a-mole for you. I could maybe move my computer a little closer. But it says my audio is working. And Destiny was able to hear me as well. All right, angels, spirit love 222. Since you can't hear me, I'm just going to do your reading and then I'll type it to you. Do you see us having a healthy and happy relationship if you two try again? You know what? Angel Spirit Love, I'm getting that you would be unhappy in the relationship. Yeah, and you're saying would it end in a happy marriage? Honestly, I'm getting he would be happy. He wouldn't mind it, but you would. So, let me type that in for you. That's interesting answer. I meant she has been super rude and underhanded, and I cut contact with her a month ago, and it's been the best. But you're saying that whatever I should do, I should. That's an interesting. Be mature and approach it the same way people with differences in high school. It made you smile. The part about you seeing me and my partner having kids. Of course. Thank you. It's called Cat Eye. My nails. It's where they use a type of nail polish and then they help the shimmer create by using a magnet. You ordered some press ones recently in that style and had gotten it done at the salon for your birthday. I couldn't tell here on video. I was like, oh my god, what is that nail polish? Yep, sparkle adds whimsy. Yes, it does. Oh, that's awesome. Very good. You can now hear. You can go ahead and ask more. Go right ahead. Do I have some tips for connecting with ancestors? Honestly, coming from myself, I have heard from relatives about my ancestors. I found out through relatives from my Italian side that they were pirates. And sometimes, you can hear answers to things you want to hone in on through self-care rather than trying to dig for it yourself. And I'll say, when I heard that piece of information, I was listening to um meditation audios before bed about um like kind of like complimenting yourself kind of audio, um knowing your self-worth. So honestly, when I got to hear about my ancestry, that's what I was kind of doing. So maybe you can practice that, and maybe you'll hear about your ancestry through different outlets than you would ever expect. Your aunt will be looking for work in September after leaving her current job. When will she find work again? All right. Three of pumpkins reversed. Um, all right. I wanted to see if there was anything online talking about timing indicator for this would be seen as the Three of Pentacles. And it is saying it's going to be delayed for an extended amount of time when it comes to finding a job. It makes a lot of sense. Nourishing yourself is nourishing your bloodline after all. Thank you for sharing that. Yep, that's my best advice. You're very welcome. And I will be honest with you, Destiny. I almost will say I started feeling that I felt like a pirate before I was even passed that message along to me. It was really interesting. Will you be happier single forever or in a relationship? Will you be happier single forever? No, I don't see you being happy single forever. Yep, and then when thinking about or in a relationships, boom, look at that, Knight of Ghosts. Upright. That's definitely a very telling sign. You will be happier in a relationship. But I know some people could be like asexual, but I'm saying that you would be happier in a relationship. How will you know when you meet your destined partner? Interesting. 3 of bats. Upright. 4 pumpkins. Well, 4 pumpkins is stability and prosperity. And with the 3 of bats, I'm definitely seeing when you meet them, they're going to be somebody that does not remind you of any past heartbreak. So I would say, like, when you first meet them, they're not really going to remind you of an ex or somebody who you um had any type of heartbreak with. Can you get a channeled message through a song that comes to my head that you feel may help me energetically? Sure. I've never been asked that before. Give me some time to meditate on that. I'm getting Brown Eyed Girl by um who? John Oates. Or not John Oates, I'm sorry. By Van Morrison. This song. I don't know. Tell me how if that resonates at all. You're welcome. And if there's any way you guys can share my live, pass it along to somebody, it would really help me out a lot. It would be really cool to get my content monetized one day. There's been some people, ex-lovers, trying to contact that you've been ignoring, and it feels like some channeled message of their own feelings, possibly. You've been in a very 60s mood lately, so this is super groovy. Yeah, interesting. Thank you for letting me know how it resonated, because that helps me. Let me know if you have any future video suggestions or wants. Currently, I'm trying to do a pick a card once a week. Maybe Reiki and positive affirmations if it isn't too taxing on my own energy. Great idea. If I use Reddit, I should post on the psychic reading sub that I do this. That should definitely get traffic. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really I would really love to get more followers on YouTube, subscribers, viewers. Etsy was a lot of fun. I didn't even use a marketing promotion for that. And it really was I really was getting a lot of orders. But I did have to move to YouTube because that was just a little too time consuming doing individual orders. But YouTube, um, I have been using marketing promotions to help me with it to try and help get traffic. But that's a great one too, Reddit. I will definitely use that to help promote my channel. Go right ahead. What is your question? go right ahead and ask. No need to hone me in first so you have a question. Just go right ahead and type it in. That's impressive since I think a lot of people usually struggle more starting out on Etsy. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't use one promotion for Etsy. And I think it was my spells that got the most traction. And then that got that became a policy violation on Etsy to sell spells. So that had to go away. And I've always kind of wanted to do YouTube anyways, but I'm keeping my Etsy. If you have any ideas on what you would like me to sell in the future, let me know. I've always thought about maybe selling paintings, kind of like where I would explain the kind of mood I was in when I painted it, like an energy expression kind of painting. Um, but yeah, let me know if you have any ideas on what you would want me to sell. I am very busy though throughout the week working a full-time job, so it's definitely going to be like a process, but I definitely want to keep my Etsy and maybe sell stuff on it still. Can someone make money with online without fraud? You want me to ask Divine that, or are you asking me personally? Do I have any paintings around I could show you? Yes, I could show you right now. Um, it's a big painting. But this painting was inspired um by me when I was in school. I went to school went to college when I was in college. I went to a university, a UW Platteville, and it was inspired by Platteville. It's very, very pretty. A lot of big woods, a lot of hills. I loved Platteville. I even, believe it or not, have a pine tree tattoo behind my arm in inspiration of when I went to Platteville. I love Wisconsin. It's beautiful. Um, I'm from Illinois. I live in Illinois in the Chicagoland area. And it's definitely very different. Um, the geographically. Yep. Yeah, that definitely pulls you closer to spending more time in nature and being still and away from socials. Yep. And keep in mind, when I said I walked around the woods, I had a and I still do, a pit bull terrier with me. So if you do that, you know, to get away from socials, if you do it alone, make sure you know you have some source of protection on you. I have never ran into anyone scary, but always make sure you have some source of protection. But yeah, I would let my pit bull terrier, he would just run around off leash. It was very different, the woods in Wisconsin. He could just run around. I would just have my headphones in, listening to music. There was like nobody, nothing. There's so many woods. Yeah. This is what my dog looks like in a cartoon version. But to answer your question, Damalar, um, I do have a degree in business administration, and I'll I'll say it. I guess from my professional stance, can someone make money with online without fraud? Of course you can. Um, I was talking earlier. When you're probably talking maybe like through making like false reviews or stuff because false reviews are kind of, illegal. I was gonna mention, um, I actually also use Florida water, money Florida water, and that helped me a lot. That was when I said I didn't use any online promotions with my Etsy. I use Florida water, money Florida water, and I swear it was the night I used it. I got 5 orders just like that. It was incredible. Let me go grab it too. So, this is what I used. You could find this in almost like any big spiritual crystal shop, Florida water, but it was specifically money drawing. And I remember I took a shower and I put some in my hands, put it in my hair, kind of splashed it on me a little. Boom. I am not even playing you. Within a minute or two, I got an order, then another, then another. It was amazing. So, and that was my first time using Florida water. And I knew about Florida water way back in college when I really dipped into divination and spell work. But I had a hunch I'm not ready for Florida water right now. So I'm definitely the type of, excuse me. So if you feel like you know about a type of spell work that works, that's big, almost like bougie right now, something big, popular. If it doesn't resonate with you using it, wait on it. Use it when you go, oh, I got a reason to use it. I didn't, for example, like how it's money drawing. You go, oh, everybody, you always want money. I waited till I actually had a reason, and my specific reason was to get orders on Etsy, and it happened like that. That's my best advice when doing spell work. Even though you know about something and people say it works, wait till you actually have a reason to use it. But I love talking to you guys. I love when you guys ask me questions. Like I've, said in my bio on Etsy, I'm a natural and certified psychic. Um, I been using divination tools for, a little over 10 years. I started using tarot cards at around the age of 17. Um, and have just been, learning it myself ever since. I wasn't raised um on how to use divination tools, not that it's banned in my family. Um I was baptized Catholic growing up, and my mom is, because that was more like my mom too. She was uh the my guardian that wanted me to be raised Catholic, but she gets uh spirituality. She's religious but also spiritual, just like me. But um I definitely taught myself divination tools. Your question is it possible for me to travel to another this year? You only said travel to another this year. Another what? Another state? Another country? And always remember, religion is spirituality. Another country. Is it possible for you to travel to another country this year? King of Pumpkins upright. I'm seeing a definite yes. I felt like the card was spinning on the table. Though. Yeah, it's spinning on the table. Okay. And that's why I wanted to do it. It was spinning almost like it wanted to go into reverse. Now I'm getting the two of bats. It's almost, yeah, it's saying like, it's saying yes, but, you know, don't go anywhere that feels forced. Only if it resonates. Only go where it resonates. It almost wanted me to say like, don't go somewhere where you would lack the relevancy of going. Almost like don't go somewhere where it almost look like cultural appropriation or feel like it. That's what Divine's telling me. Can your wife give birth to twins? Let's see what Divine says. All right, strength. That's a great card. All right. I would definitely say, hone in on natural remedies that could help with having twins. Um, yeah, I'm Googling it. Okay. I guess Divine might be talking about genetics. So, genetically, Because it's saying there's no proven natural remedies or foods that guarantee a twin birth. But when we're talking, and I meant kind of like folklore, um, it says it suggests dairy products or cassava roots triggers the release of multiple eggs. Folic acid. Go right ahead. Damilar. Repros. I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly. Go right ahead. Can you have my number? You have personal questions you want to ask. I don't give out my number, but you can follow me on Instagram and send me a direct message. And I could answer it through Instagram. My Instagram is Mystic Whisper Reading. Of course. Hello. That's awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you. You got a promotion of my live stream from Damilar Atkins. You have subscribed and you love what I do. Thank you. That means a lot to me, Victoria. And don't forget to add me on Instagram as well so that you can leave me any messages of any questions you would want to have me answer in any live readings while I'm not actually actively live. My Instagram is Mystic Whisper Reading. Same as my YouTube. Private Banana Pros. Go right ahead. Go right ahead and ask your question. Yep, go right ahead. Can you have your wife back? The Lover's upright. Yes. Well, I'm getting it. She left last year. Let me get an indicator card. Whoop, that just flew out. 9 of Pumpkins. And the Knight of Imps. I'm getting a definite yes. And the Moon is on the bottom of the deck. It looks like, to me, it comes off like there would be some sort of illusion going on as to why you would feel, if you had any feeling of doubt toward it. So, hone me in if that resonates, or, don't, if it, you don't want to get too personal on here. I totally understand. But if you want to hone me in on the situation and how that might resonate, I would love to hear it, but don't feel like you need to or have to. You will subscribe now for more of this next time. You just came across thanks to Damilar Atkins. That's awesome. Thank you for subscribing. And if you want to leave a message on Instagram of any questions you have that you want me to mention in my next live, go right ahead. If you don't want to wait till I am doing an active live. And I always post my lives. So if you send me a question on Instagram and I answer it in my live, I'll message you and let you know. You work in a company. I want to ask if I can leave. I want to ask if I can left the company and start my own business. I think you mean if you can leave. You want to know if you can leave the company and start your own business. Let's see what Divine says. Seven of Pumpkins. It's definitely telling me you should maybe stop and notice and appreciate all the hard work you've put into the company you have already been working at. You know, I will say myself, Mystic Whisper reading, it's a registered LLC. And I'm also able to work at a full-time job with no strings attached. So I don't know if I don't really care to say the name of the company for privacy reasons, but um I have worked for other companies where I've had to sign contracts saying you can't be affiliated with other companies. Like, I didn't own my own I didn't have Mystic Whisper readings yet, but I was working at other places. So I don't know if um your job refuses to let you work other places or own your own business, but Divine definitely wants to say I would maybe appreciate and really hone in on how much time and effort you have spent at the company you currently work at, and if it really matters to leave in order to start your own business, as if you could do both. So let me know if that resonates. If you think it would be possible to do both. Yes, make sure you subscribe, turn on your notifications so you know when I'm live. And if you have a question you want to ask, and I'm not live, just send it to my direct messages on Instagram, and I'll I'll reply back. But I try and do a live once a week, usually around this time.